Lunchtime at Denver's East High School brings a flood of students into the Esplanade.
You can see how much the students use this little area here with the beautiful walls.
Those beautiful walls make up the Sullivan Gateway, the south entrance to Denver's City Park.
The Sullivan Gateway was done as part of a city beautification effort that was started by Mayor Robert Speer.
Since 1917, these gates have invited Denverites into one of the city's great open areas.
The whole space was conceived as an entire public space that included artwork, fountains, a promenade for people to walk and see each other and engage with their community.
The gateway is named for Dennis Sullivan, who made his fortune in mining.
The gateway was designed to honor two of Colorado's most important early industries. One was mining and one is agriculture.
The city commissioned two sculptures by renowned artist Leo Lintelli to represent those industries.
He was sort of one of the official sculptors of the City Beautiful movement. These are the largest existing sculptures that are still around by Leo Lintelli.
In 1925, those sculptures framed a new addition to the landscape, East High School.
It rises out of the ground like this beautiful cathedral.
Since that time, the gateway and the school have been connected.
It was just a wrought iron arch.
Dick Nelson taught at East for 34 years. In that time, he's seen the Sullivan Gateway languish in the shadows of the high school.
This is the focal point of East High School off Colfax, and it's been deteriorating for a long time.
But even when I was going to school here in the late 1960s, these walls were starting to crumble because of the efforts to keep that school preserved and in its most polished condition. It's just only fitting that the entryway and all the surroundings would match that effort.
The gateway hasn't been completely ignored. Over the past 20 years, the Parks Department has restored the two statues, refurbished the fountain, and most recently overhauled the Esplanade.
The main gateway is the project that remains to get tackled from a preservation standpoint. The Parks Department receives limited funding that has to stretch throughout the entire park system, so funding any one large improvement is difficult. Here you can see back in, even this brick has damage.
Architect Liz HALLAS says they can't afford to wait any longer.
We started looking at this project back in 2003. There was about 30% of the wall was past the point of being salvageable. 4 years later, in 2007, 90% of the wall was past the point of salvageable. And here we are in 2012.
Restoring the wall for the future will require drawing from the past.
The project originally was funded by private donations, which is what probably will happen here with our new project of restoring this.
Restored so future generations of students can get a history lesson even before they walk into class.
When you look at the Sullivan Gates, it's the entry into City Park, and it brings a lot of historical status to not only our district, but the whole entire city.
Finally, all of these past efforts over the decades will hopefully be able to coalesce around a single goal, and that is to finally restore this beautiful site the way it was intended.